Look at this chicken. Wow. Wow.
Hey, Mo, what's for dinner?
Tonight for dinner, we're having Bissli-crusted. I got all the dipping sauces. I've got honey mustard, I've got honey garlic, and I've got spicy mayo.
Bissli-crusted, this looks amazing. It's so delicious. Trust me, guys, I've had this before. It is the best schnitzel you've ever had.
Before we do anything to chicken, any type of marinade, any type of breading, the first thing you do is pat your chicken dry. You want your chicken as dry as you can make it so that the coating sticks. I'm marinating this chicken in oil and some spices. This isn't just to give it flavor. This is also to help the coating stick. I'm gonna start with half a cup of oil mixed with a quarter cup of olive oil. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. You can also hit this with about a quarter to a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper if you want to give it a little bit of a kick. I'm using chicken tenders because they're relatively equally sized and they'll cook evenly. I'm gonna place them in the marinade. I'm gonna mix this all together and really get all this coating on all the chicken. This is going to give it such an intense flavor. I'm gonna let these marinate for about 10 to 15 minutes. If I put out just ketchup, my kids look at me like, that's it? Dipping sauces can make or break the entire meal. With just these 3 simple ingredients, you can turn any meal into a wow. We're gonna add 1 cup of mayo, 1 to 2 tablespoons of sriracha. You can use more or less depending on how spicy your family likes it. I put in about 1 tablespoon. And here's your secret ingredient that's gonna make this taste like, wow, this just came from a takeout place. A splash of sesame oil. That's all that it takes. And mix it all together. And there you have it, spicy mayo, honey mustard, cup of mayo, a few tablespoons of yellow mustard, about 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 to 3 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, and our secret ingredient, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. This won't give it a smoky flavor, it just gives it depth. Mix it all together until it's smooth. And there you have it, honey mustard dipping sauce, honey garlic dipping sauce. So simple, garlic powder, honey, some minced garlic, soy sauce, and the secret ingredient, cornstarch, to thicken it up. Yes, you have to cook this on a stove, but it takes 3 minutes of your time and it is so worth it. We're gonna add about a half a cup of honey, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, a little bit of garlic powder, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Mix it up and let it simmer for about 2-3 minutes. It's been cooking for about 2.5 minutes. I'm now gonna add a slurry to this, which is basically 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch mixed with 2 tablespoons of water. We're gonna cook it until it gets glossy and thick. This thickens into that sticky glaze that coats the chicken perfectly. This is nice and thick and glossy and ready to go. You can't have Bissli chicken without a Bissli crumb mixture. We're gonna use about 10 ounces of each type. We're going to be using onion, grill, and barbecue. Put them in our food processor and get them into a crumbly mixture. With this much Bissli, I'm gonna have to do it in a few batches. This is what you want, this crumbly mixture. Oh, this is gonna be so good on our chicken. Okay, our Bissli is all crushed up and ready to go. And to this, I'm going to add about a cup of breadcrumbs mixed together with 1 tablespoon of oil. The Bissli is gonna give it that crunch, and the breadcrumbs are gonna help everything coat evenly. You can also use about 1.5 cups of panko if you prefer. We're gonna hit this up with some more seasoning to really just keep that flavor going in your mouth. Some dried parsley, maybe about 1.5 teaspoons. And we're coming back with that smoked paprika, about 1.5 teaspoons, maybe 2 teaspoons. Look at all this texture in the Bissli. We don't want fine crumbs. We want to be able to bite and crunch. This crumbly mixture will give us just that. We're going to season our flour. We're going to put about 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And again, for that smoky flavor to be carried through, we're going to put about 1 to 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Our chicken has been marinating for about 15 minutes, and now we're gonna put it into our flour mixture. I do this all in one bowl instead of doing piece by piece. It makes a little bit of a mess sometimes, but it's so worth it. So just take your chicken and coat it. To the same bowl that was marinating our chicken, we're gonna add 5 eggs. We already have so many seasonings in there. Why let them go to waste? So 5 eggs, and we're gonna add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. If yours is too thick, just add a little bit of water. Seasoning my eggs before making schnitzel is my go-to to give it extra flavor. Now we're gonna just bread our chicken like we would a regular schnitzel. Egg, crumbs. Just like my flour, I dump all my chicken into the eggs and then mix it. And then breadcrumbs. This is going to be delicious. Bissli schnitzel is all coated and ready to go. I'm gonna set up my stove with my oil to get it nice and hot. We're gonna leave this to sit for about 10-15 minutes in the refrigerator to give the coating a chance to really stick. And it's time to fry up some Bissli schnitzel. Listen to that sizzle. And they look amazing. Oh my God. Look at this chicken. So crispy on the outside and oh, so moist and juicy on the inside. Wow. Wow. Okay, Toby, which sauce are you going for?
Honey mustard, right?
Sure, and I'll start with the honey garlic. Oh, look at that. Wow.
This Bissli schnitzel, it just gives it so much more flavor.
And so much crunch, so much crunch. I'm gonna go in for the honey mustard. Oh, wow.